Hey, and welcome to today's Throwback Thursday. Look, are you sick of price objections? Are you fed up of people telling you that they can't afford it? Well, this one is for you. So join myself and Pirate Pete while we tell you what you should be doing when you hear them say, I can't afford it. Tonight's session is all about objection handling and specifically handling that objection about money. I can't afford it, or it's not my budget. If you're dealing with a business, you'll sometimes get that same sort of objection framed slightly differently. So as always, Pirate Pete is with us. We were in Dublin last week. We had a fantastic time. He met some leprechauns. He sambered at them. He made new friends. So we are going to be taking you through this over the next 10 minutes, and he will be keeping us to time. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Victoria Fleming and I'm a sales trainer and consultant, and this is my business, Buzztastic. This is Pirate Pete. He's also the co-host. So I'm going to set him going for our 10 minutes and we go till he sambers. It's as simple as that. Oh, but people I don't know joining. Hello. All right then. So the key thing that I want to talk about is a few tips around getting over this I can't afford it thing. I think it's a really common objection that comes up. People are very nervous about talking about money, and as soon as we hear something around not being able to afford something or querying about the budget, then quite often what will actually happen is we will back off immediately. So we don't actually challenge. So the first thing is, if we've actually got the point of the conversation where we've presented our product, we've talked about what it will do, and we've actually come up with a price, because we must have come up with the price in order for them to say I can't afford it, then we're quite a long way through the sales process. And when we get to that point, if we then hit that objection, it's a bit like a brick wall. So we come straight into it and you say it's £10,000 or whatever it might be, and they simply say, ooh, I can't afford that. First thing that we think is, oh. It's like that deflation before we even get any further. But actually there's some really good stuff about that. Hi Gary. There's some really good stuff that's actually coming in from that we can then start to look at. So the first thing that we want to find is, all right, well, why is that? Why is it that they can't afford that? So ask the question and say, all right, okay, because this isn't like, hey, it isn't like you've just randomly walked up to someone and said, do you want to buy this for £10,000? If you're at the point of actually positioning yourself and actually starting to price something, then at that point in time, oh, thanks for sharing, thank you. Then at that point in time, you've obviously been talking for a period of time. So you know what? That means you can have a conversation. So if they say, I can't afford it, you can say, oh, okay. Why is it you say that? Or what is it that makes you say that? And it's just literally chucking it across. Oh, hi Nancy, you're on the train again. I'm on the train, we'll get there. It's just actually about going straight back and asking, so why is it you say that? What is it that makes you say that? It's really important, because quite often people hide behind that kind of statement, and they hide behind that statement because for a lot of people it kind of scares them off and they don't really know how to handle it. So if they're uncertain about anything, that can be a quick kind of like, give me some space on this response. If you ask why they say that, or what it is that makes them say that, then you can start to actually drilling into the real issue that's going on here, because sometimes it's not actually money. So the response you might get is, well, it's more than I was expecting. Great. What was it that you were expecting? Fantastic. Because if they could tell you what they're expecting, then at that point in time, you can start to do two things. The first thing you can do is you can start to position the additional value that they're getting for that spend. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that if all of a sudden you know what you're working with, you can start to say, oh, okay, so, I've come up with the price of £10,000. You were expecting £100. Obviously, there's quite a big difference there. Well, what was it specifically that gave you that price? Or, where did that come from? Is that your budget, or what is it? Because again, at that point in time, you can start to flush out, is this a case that they are, comparing you to a competitor who's come at another price point? Fantastic, because now you can actually start to drill into that. Second thing that you might come across there is they might say, oh, well, last time I did this, it was that price. Brilliant. When was it? What did you do? Again, you can start to build that differential. Or they might say, well, actually, it's not come from anywhere. That's all I've actually got in the budget. And you know what? Actually, sometimes people can't afford it, and sometimes it's not in their budget. And you have the opportunity then to say, okay, well, look, if that is what you have, I cannot deliver this solution over here for that price because this is a £10,000 solution. What I can do for that price is X, Y, Z, and potentially you could offer a cut down version of the product or service that you're offering. It's not always possible, but at least it gives you an opportunity to know what you're working with. Sometimes people will also say as well, rather than saying I can't afford it, they'll say, wow, that's expensive, or wow, that's more than I was expecting. I love that. Yeah, Nancy, you're not a look on those trains, are you? Catch the replay on the website. If someone says to you it's too expensive, that's actually great, because again, that's telling you something. And my favourite response to that is to turn around and say, oh, okay, what is it you're comparing it to? It's really, really important. Oh, thanks, Gary. It's Tuesday night, it's been a long day. It's really important to see what they're comparing it to. Quite often what I find is I deliver training, I do a lot of sales training, and when I'm talking to people, they may well be comparing it to other training they've had. Now, depending on the type of training they've had, it can be very different price points. So for example, if you've done an online e-learning course in Excel, you can buy that sort of training for, £4.50, you can buy it whenever. It's very undifferentiated. It's really easily available. There's even free courses online now. So you know what, if they're comparing me this year to that, they're going to see a big difference. And that is a big difference, because the difference is I'm doing stuff with their teams. So it's face-to-face, it's in person, it's on their site, it's a course designed just for them. It's driving a behavioural change. And actually the great thing about that is it means that I can start to explain those differences. It also means I can really focus in on results. Okay, so the results of an Excel training course is that, your people are better at managing Excel spreadsheets. The results of a training course with me is that actually you're going to see a direct return on investment. Hi, Andy. A direct return on investment on actually the results that your people are producing day in, day out. So again, at that point in time, I can start to differentiate. I can start to build more of the value around that. So I think that's a really easy way to start to identify how you're actually going to approach that. Oh, a few more people joining there. Hi, everyone. So do check that. But of course, a lot of this is about making sure that you've clearly explained your product and the value you're offering right up front. Because remember, customers aren't really interested in anything more than what your product or service is going to offer them. What is the end result? What is the solution you're going to give them? What value are you going to give them? And what return are they going to get on that? So as I say, when I start to put my value in terms of actually the results you're going to see are going to be coming in through your invoicing as your salespeople sell more, that's a very compelling argument. What is the result? Hi, Alex. The end result here is that they're going to make more money, they're going to sell more. So think very hard, what is the end result of your product? What is it, the end result that you're offering your customer? Because actually, it's not always about how you deliver it or what you deliver it. It's actually more about what you're offering them as an end result. Where's a strong bow? Oh, not got any. I've got some bubbly, but I'm not drinking it. Oh, thanks for sharing there, Zane. Go on The Apprentice. Oh my goodness. Does anyone watch The Apprentice? I love The Apprentice. It's like the greatest thing in the world. And it is all sales activity. All of it. You want to know how to sell? Go on The Apprentice and you'll watch all the brilliant stuff and you'll watch all the rubbish stuff. Oh, Zane. I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. All right. So check. Have you built the value, and have you related that value directly back to what we've actually got, what you actually can deliver for that customer? So always check back. Have you actually clearly explained it? And if you haven't, this is the time to do it. Okay. The thing as well is that if you are thinking that actually they can afford this, and what they're actually just doing is they're actually just maybe looking to start a negotiation on price or something like that, then actually what you want to start to go to is you want to start going into identifying if they really can't afford it. And a great way to do that is to actually ask the question. So, you know, you can say to them, okay, well, look, let's just actually put the price to one side. Let's just move that to one side. Based on everything else that I've offered today, is that actually giving you a solution that you're interested in at this point in time? Ask them the question. So at that point in time, if they say, well, actually, yeah, it is just the price, great, we can start to negotiate. We can start to say, right, well, if I do this instead of that, or if we deliver this like that instead of that way, then I can deliver. Okay, Parrot Pete's gone. And then right, we're going to come back to that one. I've lost my track completely. Okay, Pete, you've distracted me. So if they come back and they say, you know, then you're in negotiations. So if they want the product, they want the service, they want the result, it's just about the money, great, you can start negotiating. If they start to say, well, it's not just that, perfect. What you can actually do at that point in time is you can actually go straight back and you can start to say, okay, so obviously you're not seeing the value in that. Let's actually drill into why and what that's all about. Thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed that episode, then remember to hit the subscribe button and ding the bell to ensure that you know every time we post a new video. So from myself and Parrot Pete, remember to go out there and be sales-tastic.